gives me a level of pride. See that kind of love reciprocated back to our communities. It's unprecedented.
Shooter off the pick, right back to Adams with authority.
We can get a lot of layups off it. That's all I'm looking for, is just layups.
He's a good screener and then a good roller. You know, he's putting so much pressure on the rim.
A lot of veterans get out of the military at 2 and 3 years, following hard times, and they need this, and it feeds their entire family for a couple days.
For me, it just means family.
Seasons change. As fall moves to winter, the Thunder begin to heat up. After losing their first 4 games, the team has begun to gel.
This is a high basketball challenge for OKC. It may not seem like it on paper, but the Pelicans are a high basketball IQ team. If you make mistakes against them, they will make you pay.
Defense is the most important thing, so just play our style of basketball like we've been doing these past 4 games. Keep having fun, protect home court, and when we're out there, just continue to rely on each other, continue to trust each other.
The guys are ready to go whenever their numbers call, so that says a lot.
This is another good team that plays fast as well. We just can't allow the game to get out of, you know, chaotic and uncontrollable. Just stick to what we do.
Thunder cannot afford in this game a playground kind of style. You get yours and I get mine. They've got to come out at some point. This is November 5th and make the determination at home. This is our house. We will defend it.
Protect that house. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Facing quality opposition, the Thunder have got to find a way to play defense without fouling, and they have struggled to do that all season long.
Davis just muscles it up.
The Pelicans' pace is giving this Thunder defensive unit fits right now.
Two-on-one, Westbrook finds Ferguson. Oh, throws it down.
Guys did a good job battling, competing, and fighting, and you know, they're a hard team to guard just with their pace and their speed and the number of players that they have that can create and generate offense.
Westbrook took a blow and he is down.
May have turned his ankle, is up off the deck now. A timeout call by the Thunder as Russell is trying to walk it off, but doing so very awkwardly.
You know, I thought Dennis, the way he played, you know, in the absence of Russell, was really a major contributing factor in the game.
Try to get good looks, try to be aggressive, you know, try to help my teammate win.
Everybody, I think, to give a step forward, and that's why we win the game.
Coach pushed us, you know, and we came out strong and had an amazing push.
Just defense. I thought we just played good defense down the stretch.
We did a really good job of keep fighting and keep playing at the highest level.
We just got great, you know, guys with just great instincts of where the ball's going to be at, and we're able to make plays.
Despite the 1-9 record of tonight's foe Cleveland, this one could be tricky. OKC will be without 7-time All-Star point guard Russell Westbrook due to the ankle he sprained on Monday, playing the opening night of a back-to-back sequence with Houston looming at home tomorrow night.
How about that block on Tristan Thompson? Jeremy Grant met him at the top and denied him. Thunder with numbers, Diallo behind the pack, and the two-handed stop. They're going to double-team Dennis Schroeder, but they get it into Paul George. Has time to take a dribble, pulls up for 3 and knocks it down. Paul George at the buzzer from downtown.
You know, I'm next man up. You know, when Russ goes down, I fill in, try to get us going, try to keep us, you know, playing at a good pace, try to keep the flow going. You know, that's what my role is. That's my job is. Continue on. When Russ is not on this floor, continue this group going.
That'll do it here in Cleveland as the Thunder going to win its 6th consecutive game and improve to 6-4, even without Russell Westbrook.
Everybody's on the same page. You know, we come out here, we have an expectation, the level we want to play at. Regardless of how the game goes, we find a way to take it to the next level, and we're getting the job done.
You've got Houston tomorrow night at home, second night of a back-to-back.
Yeah.
May again be without Russell Westbrook. What will you need to do to make this 7 straight and knock off the Rockets?
Locked in, boy. We got a quick turnaround now, try and get as much recovery as we can in.
Get ready. All right. Get ready. Get ready. Let's go, Thunder fans. Get ready.
Oklahoma City's got to play solid fundamentally in everything they do tonight and really get quality performances from everybody on the roster. That's much more likely at home than it is on the road at this stage of the season for this team.
Hi. Welcome to the game.
I can have the next customer.
Looking, dumps it low left to Adams, played again by Harden, doubled by Paul. Whips it back door to Ferguson, right at the rim for the two-hand sledgehammer slam.
But Terrence played a really good game on both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively.
Another switch. Every time a small switch is on you, you should dominate them, beat them up inside the paint.
Paul George inserting his will in a big way into this game in the second quarter.
Me and Paul was talking on the bench, saying we can't step off the gas. We just got to keep attacking, stay aggressive. Just what we did on that.
Oh, right now tumbles and falls down. Schroeder gets a loose ball. Jump passing wing right to George open. Strokes a three-pointer that's on the way. Got it! Cha-ching, a Thunder money ball.
It's just more easier to try to make plays for other people, and then I just play throughout the game and let the game come to me. Try to take shots and look for shots when they're open and available.
Melo right baseline on Grant, pulls up, fires. The Rainbow 13-foot jumper tickles the rim and falls off. Adams has the miss, giving to Schroeder. Melo scoreless 0 of 6. Schroeder blasting back. Down the lane, away from Capella, lays it up, and lays it in with a left-hand delivery of beauty. Thunder by 20, 77-57. Schroeder lobs down the lane to Grant, who thunders down a two-hand rim rocker.
The Houston's 80 points is a new low for any NBA team this season.
On a snowy, chilly night, here we go. We got the Suns coming back into town. They might have learned a little bit of a lesson. Don't take teams with losing records lightly.
Let's get back to our winning ways. Let's lock in on these reds. Our defense is the best. Once we sit down, we guard, we help one another. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Out to Ferguson. Got by Booker, goes right to the rim and a one-handed hammer.
Terrence Ferguson is starting to understand the pro game.
Looking at their hands, if their hands are up, if their hands are down, the speed they're coming at, it's a lot they come into it, and you got to think fast.
We're seeing some old school post play tonight. He is going to work right now in DeAndre Ayton.
I'm just doing my role, same with every other player. It ain't just me. Everyone does their role, say they cut hard. All the small things, if you do them at a high level, the team.
George on fire here in the first half with 18. The Thunder have exploded here on offense.
What we've been preaching all year, just playing with a different pace. When we get out and go, we're a really good team.
Hamidou Diallo played just 7 minutes. He's got away with a double dribble, goes right at the rim, bounces up, Holmes. Counted in the foul.
He's a rookie, folks.
Played with energy, we came out strong, moved the ball, played together, and played with pace on the offensive end.
Because, the offense is working, the defense is making things happen. But boy, look at this here. 3 white shirts.
Off the backboard, and Grant with the exclamation point.
Jumped almost as high as Jeremy did on that off the backboard lob. What's going through your mind as that's happening?
I thought it was for me, so I was ready to catch that one, but he took it from me.
Paul Dennis said he thought for a second you were going off backboard to him, but it seemed like JG got there first.
Yeah, little guy got, didn't really see him. Didn't see Dennis in that play.
Stevens, at such an elite level defensively in terms of pick and roll.
That's a great bust up here.
For him, his main job, especially, because there's so much pick and rolls with 5 men, is he's got to call out the coverage based on the positioning of the ball on the floor. And then Stevens got to be up there at the level of the screen. And his first responsibility is to try to get the ball under control. And then, utilize his hands, which he's great at in terms of trying to eliminate pocket passes or over-the-top passes.
I jump the ball, so as soon as pick and roll happens, I jump and attack the point guard with the ball, and then just leave my guy. The backside will take care of him. But the main thing is to like slow this guy down, kind of make him take a retreat dribble, get the guard back in front, and then I'll rotate back to my man. In a nutshell, mate. Yep, that's pretty much it.
He's stopping the ball. I think he's staying up there, level of the screen, and stopping the ball, and to give me a chance to go back quicker.
While defending the pick and roll is complex and nuanced, offensively, when successful, it's simple.
I mean, he's a good screener and then a good roller. He's putting so much pressure on the rim, and it's easy for Russell, me, and Ray, just to attack the basket. But when somebody pulls over, he's always ready. Whenever I pass the ball, he's ready and catching them and finishing.
The guards just got to keep an eye on their guy, because a lot of things, like, we can get a lot of layups of it. That's all I'm looking for, is just layups. Because most defense, once you get a post catch, they have to look down. Most players, they'll look down just for some reason, just that motion, just that. Like, that's an opportunity to back cut and just get a layup, just take advantage of it. Even so, it's just like any sort of rotation, man, to make them move. That's perfect. So that's all I look for. And then if that, I'll just give it a crack, give it the old nudge, mate, and the old block, and then, yeah.
No miscommunication there between Adams and Schroeder. Perfectly executed pick and roll.
November 11, 2018 marks the 100th anniversary of the end of World War I. As the nation honored men and women who fought for our freedom, the Oklahoma Department of Veteran Affairs and the Thunder saw an opportunity to serve veterans in need.
A lot of veterans get out of the military at 2 and 3 years, following hard times, and they need this, and it feeds their entire family.
How you doing, Jet? Appreciate you for coming out, man. Thanks for fighting for our country.
You have a great Thanksgiving now.
All right, thank you very much.
God bless you too. For me, it just means family. We all know what happened 100 years ago, so just being able to give back, hang out with these people, talk to them, and just pretty much just allow a great gift of Thanksgiving.
Helping the veterans. I mean, usually people do turkey giveaways for the homeless, but today we decided to do it for the veterans and just honor the veterans that fought for our country and just keep on doing the hard work that goes unseen.
When we walked outside, no one really knew that the Thunder was going to be here, which was awesome. A lot of kids' faces lit up that were with their families, and some of these families had 5 and 6 people. So this was a very, very important day.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, we gonna load you up. Here you go. You got one more. You want to carry that or the pie?
You got that?
You strong.
I've never hugged anybody this tall. This is a huge blessing. I've been out of work for almost a year. So this year it's a huge blessing to see not only the Thunder but the ODVA come together and help out vets this way.
Here, I'll take that one for you. During the holidays, many people are in need, and we were able to supply these dinners. We've been doing it for years, and we supply 400 turkey dinners to the families in need. And then obviously this year being Veterans Day, it's a great opportunity to give back to our veterans who have served our country, and we're just proud to be able to give back to them and for the appreciation of the work that they've done for us and our freedom.
It reminds my family and my kids that there's people out there willing to help our veterans.
Thank you.
Appreciate what y'all are doing.
Thank you, sir. You have a happy Thanksgiving.
Giving back to the people that sacrifice for our lives each and every day, and it goes unnoticed to many people. So for me and Pat to just come out here and just put a smile on these people's faces is amazing.
Thanksgiving is on the brain, but for one family, there's more than just turkey to think about.
They got a question they want to ask you.
Yeah.
How do they get to be a Thunder?
They got to work. You got to work.
Don't throw somebody.
Yeah, I done it somebody 2 games ago, something like that.
How far is it?
Like 3?
Yeah.
It's probably like 20 feet.
Have you ever windmilled on somebody?
Not on somebody.
Are you going to be in the rookie all-star?
God willing, man. You gotta work, and then just hopefully whatever happens, happens.
Which first round? What college did you get to?
Second round.
Second round?
Yeah, Kentucky.
Were you happy? Did you know that?
Yeah, like a big brother role. I mean, just asking a million things and stuff like that. But as kids, I mean, that's what they're gonna do. And it's fun to see that some of them play basketball, and hopefully they could be in this league one day.
When you were these guys' age,
yeah.
Did you think you'd be where you are right now?
No, absolutely not.
Just like them, huh?
100%.
I was asking them about NBA stuff because I want to be that, so I wanted to know.
You got to work it. It ain't gonna just happen because you
There's a million kids saying the same thing you just said. So what's gonna separate you? That's how you gotta look at it.
It's the work you do off the court. And when the lights are not bright,
nobody watching.
Things like that will kind of encourage them along the way, not to give up, and that they can have big dreams and big hopes.
I'm a vet right now, man. Walking through, telling the kids what's the league like and stuff like that. Hamidou Diallo. Yeah. In college, yeah. I don't know too many. I can't even remember.
When a family struggles, they've lost their father, it's really nice to see other people step in and show them that they care, and I'm sure they're going to carry that with them forever.
It helps me to where I don't have to stress about feeding them, especially when I do have 5 kids and, you know, I'm by myself after my husband passed away, and now, you know, I'm having to take care of them all by myself, going to work every day, trying to work hard for them, and for somebody to do that for us, that is really a blessing. It makes me want to cry.
Most people in Oklahoma love the Thunder, and I think that their relations with the community is a big part of that, is that they know that people are invested in us as a community, as a state, and they care about the people. And yes, we love basketball, but most of all, we love people.
Didn't expect it, and I don't know how to ask for stuff, or I don't know how to ask for help, and this is like a blessing, you know, coming out of nowhere to me.
We want to give you an extra $500 to come back and shop.
You.
Appreciate y'all, guys. Thanks for having me.
Being Native American myself, my fellow designer had tapped me to see if I was interested in working on a hyperlocal uniform for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The thought was to create some type of Native American background, bringing that into it to tell the story of the Native heritage in and around Oklahoma City. When you start researching things and putting pen to paper and creating icons or any type of shapes or design elements, going to make sure that we are respectful and not appropriating any specific Native culture or tribe to make it encompass everything. You know, every designer, you know, usually starts out with thumbnails or some type of sketches to roadmap of where you're going. So that way you can see how your artwork will kind of play out. And then how could we play into regalia? And then from that, we get into the visual center that I, as a creative, would pitch back to our product line managers, art directors, to show, hey, this is the direction I want to go with this uniform. Researching this, I learned that this would be the 11th season that the Thunder would be in Oklahoma City. And then from that, you look into what type of anniversary stones that are there, and that's what led me to the turquoise. The turquoise color is the 11th anniversary stone, and it's pretty important with the Native culture because it's also the color of friendship. And then we get into how that visual center comes together, how I created these geometric shapes that are basically the OKC and how everything's kind of merging together, pointing inwards towards Oklahoma City. And then we have the stripe here, which is the Oklahoma River. We have the zigzag that's kind of the bridges merging the two colors together. The stripe points east, and east is a very important direction in Native culture. Over here is the belt icon or logo, where we have inspiration drawn from the four corners, kind of like the Native medicine wheel. In traditional Native regalia, there is a belt or a sash that we would wear, and I wanted to create some type of pattern that would be on that would be representative of, you know, ceremonial dress. So we have the different squares here, which would represent cities. And then each city, as they expand, they grow outwards. You can only grow so far until you run into someone else, and that's where you merge and become united as one. For me, it starts out with pen and paper onto, you know, digital form. So to see it in person is quite amazing. To see the double kiss cut with the zigzag stitch, the perforated numbers, and then of course the main wordmark graphic with the OKC all together, all the little craft and details is pretty compelling.
A lot of our tribes have called this place home. It gives me a level of pride, you know, to
not just in being native, but being an Oklahoman, and especially being an Oklahoma City Thunder fan, you know, to see that kind of love reciprocated back to our communities, it's huge, and it's unprecedented.
Clad tonight in the new City Edition uniforms. They've been long anticipated. They're outstanding. They're sharp. They pop on the court as the Thunder come out wearing those uniforms for the first time. The Knicks are developing young players with secondary focus on the standings. This would appear to be a golden opportunity for OKC to continue its recent run of success.
And Schroeder lobs it up. Adams in the perfect spot as they time it up again. Schroeder, nice find, wide open underneath, Steven Adams. And right now the Knicks are having a really hard time defending the pick and roll.
As George bounce feeds inside to Adams, right to the rim for the right-hand sledgehammer slam.
Adams getting back. Here come the Thunder with numbers. Schroeder drops it off. George elevates and detonates here in Oklahoma City.
I mean, I think the way Paul plays, you know, he gets a lot of times he gets points in these flurries where he can, you know, run off 9 or 10 points really quick, and then he kind of just gets lost in the game in a very positive way.
If I could just find, you know, open looks like that, you know, I feel comfortable taking them.
I think what's good is that he's making a lot more better reads, spreading his man on the run, which is it's a tough thing to do, honestly. But he's making the correct reads, making it easier for me to tag his guy.
Working right sideline as George behind the back wraps around Adams for a back hook that's up and in from 5 feet away. That was nifty. Schroeder, top of the key, finds Adams. Backdoor to Patterson for the right-hand thumper. And Adams, the board, long leading Patterson. Patrick lobs to the rim to George, who grabs it and throws down. Sensational transition bucket.
I thought we generated good shots. We moved the ball very well.
We're doing it on the defensive end. That's really what's giving us the energy to go down and play offense.
Next time on Thunder Insider. The Thanksgiving holiday is in full swing.
Today I think about 900 people and families, and it's just a blessing for me every year to see it grow and grow. Shows how important it is to people around here and the Boys and Girls Club in the city as well.